Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Jesse and welcome back to the channel. Today, finally, actually this time, next gen is finally here. Just a few days ago I did my unboxing and first impressions of the Xbox Series X on the channel. I was blown away by that. I loved it. That video is up on the channel and did amazingly well, so thank you to everybody who watched it. If you haven't, maybe check it out. But now, today, finally, just a few days late, PS5, I have it. And my god, I thought the Xbox Series Xbox was big, but Jesus Christ, this thing is an absolute unit. This thing is absolutely insane. I will say, thinner, depth-wise, than the Xbox Series Xbox, but oh my god, dense as all hell, and absolutely huge. I'm honestly wondering whether this will actually fit in frame when I'm doing the top down. I don't know. But anyway, I'm not gonna keep you guys waiting too long. I couldn't get my hands on this on day one like the Xbox Series X, but I'm so glad I'm finally got it now. And I know a lot of people are still trying to get this thing. It was so hard to pre-order one of these and actually get one at all, let alone on release day or this close to release day. So I'm with you guys. I just want to say to everybody out there who is yet to get their PS5, here's another unboxing video. Enjoy. Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. This thing, this thing is insane. What the fuck? My lord. So here is just a quick comparison between the boxes of the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. And Jesus Christ, this thing is a unit. Honestly, I know the Xbox Series X is touted as the tower of power, but this thing, this is the skyscraper of power. Like, what the hell, man? Look at this thing. Jesus. Okay, let's figure out how to get into this bad boy. Here we go. We've got a full tab, lovely, and I'm assuming everything just comes nicely out. Hopefully. Oh, it's got actually instructions there. That's kind of cool. I've never seen that before. Okay, so it basically tells us how to do it. So that would be our accessories. So we'll set that to the side. And then what we want to do is lay the box down carefully, because it's going to rip a hole through time if we drop this thing. And then it should just slide out. Oh, Jesus, look at the unit. Okay, now, never mind that. Okay, now this is a lot easier to manage and fit on camera. So, just carefully pulling off these foam pieces. Oh. Carefully, people are gonna hate me. And then we reveal, just like the Xbox Series X, undressing the sexy lady. Ooh, okay, okay. Damn. Now, just like I said with the Xbox Series X, it is so weird to see this 1,000 times, but then in person just looks like I've never seen it before. It is absolutely insane and absolutely huge. Jesus. My God, look at the size of this thing, dude. Like, what the hell, man? just for comparison, I don't have my PS4 Slim anymore. I sold that the other day, but I do have an Xbox One X. And just for a comparison on the size, like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, this thing is an absolute unit in every sense of the word. Holy crap. I knew it was big, but again, seeing it in person like this is just, it's just another level, man. Like, Jesus Christ. Look at it compared to the DualShock 4 controller. Like, my God. But hey, from what I've heard, this thing is completely silent when you're playing games, which is a massive, massive upgrade over the absolute jet engines that the PS4 Slim and PS4 Pro were. So if that's what they had to do, make it an absolute skyscraper to get that, I'm bloody happy with that. So just coming back to the accessories box, since there is nothing else really in the box to do, let's get into that. And of course, here we go. Nice, pretty simple presentation. I will say, I'm not comparing consoles, and I don't think you should do the console war thing, but that being said, I will say the unboxing experience for the Series X was very nice. It was very nice and laid out, and it felt like opening a present. This is pretty much how the old Xboxes used to be boxed up, and any other console really that ever unboxed. The Xbox was just something else, but at the end of the day, that doesn't really matter. So here we go. This is, of course, getting into the new controller. Ooh, nice. That's very nice. I like it. I can tell immediately that it's obviously a lot bigger. Like I said, having the DualShock 4, you can see. So yeah, about the same width, obviously, but this is more deep and just overall like nicer in the hands. It feels a lot similar to an Xbox controller, definitely more so than this ever did. This, yeah, even just touching this now feels weird. But this is very nice. I like this a lot, and I can't wait to play this and see the new adaptive triggers. And of course, the haptic feedback has been a big talk, and it has been apparently amazing. So first impressions of this controller, it feels very nice, but I won't know just how nice it feels until I've been playing games for a few hours. But I will just compare it to an Xbox Series X controller, just for the comparison's sake. As you can see, they do look a lot more similar. This is definitely a lot closer to the Xbox controller than it ever was to the DualShock. Again, almost the exact same width, but just longer stems and thicker, denser in the hands. Definitely closer in how it feels in the hands to the Xbox controller. But enough of that, it's a PlayStation video. I'm trying my best not to anger people. Console wars are real. It's silly, but it's real. No hate, guys, I got both consoles. Of course, we have the power cable, and this is I mean, hey, that's not plastic. That's kind of nice. I thought it looked a bit weird, but it feels more like a bamboo-y style, like a cardboardy sort of thing. That's nice. That's eco-friendly. I'm digging that. That's cool. There you go. Power cable, basically the exact same as the power cable for really the Xbox and the PlayStation 4 and everything. Of course, we have a quick start guide, which I mean, I don't really care about. A safety guide. Fair enough. Again, don't really care. And then what we have in here is the stand. Now, apparently you have to use the stand whether you put it in portrait mode, standing up tall, or landscape, standing on its side. Similar to the Xbox Series X, I think this is absolutely weird looking on its side. I will not be doing that. And some people have put the console just on its base, not on the stand, standing tall vertically, but apparently this is better for the airflow, so I will probably be putting that on, and apparently it hooks on really easily. I guess we'll see that in a second. And last but not least, you have the HDMI cable, which again has these awesome little eco-friendly ties. Get into them a bit later. And that is... oh, no, that isn't it for the box. We have, of course, the USB-C charging cable to charge the controller, which is a nice addition, and I will say wasn't included with the Xbox Series X, but that is because they come pre-installed with batteries, whereas this does come pre-installed with a built-in battery. Whether you go for that or whichever your preference is, I don't care. Again, I don't want any hate, but I'm just stating the facts. But anyway, moving on, that's all for this. So, putting the controller up there, and it feels weird moving this because it's so big. It feels like no matter what I do, I'm getting it wrong. So from what I understand, putting it in the landscape mode, or laying it down on the side, you just sort of slot this stand into these grooves here. It sort of slips on the side next to those grooves. And it sort of just pops in over that plastic piece. It locks in pretty nicely. And then I think it will just lay down on its side. Now, you have to do this, but the console is. So because of the weird style and shape of this console, if you want to lay it down like this, you actually have to put it on the stand. Otherwise, it will like sort of wobble on whatever surface you have it on. I will not be having it like this. Again, I don't think it looks the best. It is very tall, so you might not be able to fit it in your entertainment unit or wherever you're putting it, but I will be choosing to have it portrait, so... God damn, this thing it hurts to move. It is such a unit. Now, if you do want to have it portrait, this is the cool thing. What you do with the stand is you can actually spin it, and it actually has a hidden screw like that, which is kind of cool. You don't see this too many times with things these days. And then on here, of course, there is a little part here that you can pull off. So then, of course, you put these screws straight through there, and then it screws into the console like that. So the back piece sits snug with the back of the console there, and then you just screw this in, which it's just one of those basic screws, so you can just use like a thumbnail, or if you do have a flathead screwdriver, that would work better. But it does work with a thumbnail, so if you don't have anything, like, that's great. You'd even use a butter knife, mate. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, just screw the screw in. And there we go, you'll feel it nice and tight, and then what you can do is flip up the console, and it stands nice like that. And honestly, it doesn't look too bad. I don't mind the stand being on, and you will get slightly better ventilation rather than just having it sit, you know, on the surface you're putting it on without the stand. Now, I will say, I don't think this thing is ugly. There's a lot of talks about it being crazy ugly. I think there's a complete divide where people either love that it's such a crazy over-the-top design and people absolutely hate it. There's two sorts of people. I'm sort of in the middle. I can see what Sony was going for here. I don't think it looks terribly ugly. I don't think it looks amazing either, and the fact that it's so tall doesn't help. If it was, you know, a little bit shorter, about the height of the Xbox Series X or the Xbox One X or PS4 Slim, anything like that, but this crazy design, it would help. The fact that it's so tall looks very out there. I'm okay with that as long as it plays games good. At the end of the day, once you're in the games, you're not looking at the console, you're looking at the bloody TV, so I couldn't care less. But I will say, the disc drive is the sore thumb. Personally, I think the digital console looks miles better. Literally, the only game I have on disc at the moment is Ghost of Tsushima, so yeah, I don't know. But it was only a 100 Australian dollar difference in price, and there's plenty of games out there that are super cool to get on disc, and then you just want to sell later because they have no, you know, replay value. Like Marvel's Avengers, for instance. And I know I bagged on this game a little bit in the Xbox Series X video. I do love the game, but once you do the main story, I haven't played it since, so I regret buying that game digitally. I would have sold the disc after the fact, so I am glad I went with the disc version of this console, even though it is a lot uglier than the digital version. But that being said, again, just look at your bloody TV, don't look at the console, who cares? Now, I will say I like the contrast between the white matte of the sides and the black gloss in the middle. It is a gloss, it is slightly reflective. It will be an absolute fingerprint magnet, but just set it up and then don't touch it. Even give it a wipe with a microfiber cloth once you've set it up, and then just don't touch it. It will look good, and I think it does look good. The mixture between the white, the black, the matte, the gloss. It does look sweet. I like the design, even though it's as tall as a building. For you Pokemon fans out there, yeah, we got a G-Max Duraludon on here. In fact, talking about the Xbox Series X for so long, let me get the bad boy. You guys can have a direct comparison between these two beautiful buggers. As you can see, obviously the Series X is a little bit thicker, but it is uniform in its thickness and its depth. However, the PlayStation is just an absolute skyscraper and sort of a wacky shape. There's no, like, you know, you can't really say it's thick because it goes out in waves like that. Some parts are thin, some parts are thick, you know what I mean. But all in all, I think these consoles stand out and do what they want to do. They're both over the top and simple in their own way, and I think they scream next-gen consoles. They definitely don't look like what I would have thought these consoles would look like. But honestly, there's not all that much to say about this bad boy. Again, you want to play the games on these things. Once you're playing the games, obviously depending on the game, because Miles Morales can be played on this, and it can't on this. But once you're playing the games you want to play, they're basically the same thing. They're both solid-state drives, you get amazing load times, they're both ridiculously high CPU and graphics powered, they are both awesome. These particular models both take discs, they both have expandable storage, although the Xbox is available now and slightly better in my opinion. Honestly, at the end of the day, you're going to be happy with whichever one you go for, and even more happy if you manage to get both like I did. I am blown away by the technology in these things, and like I said, no matter how you play, this year is an amazing one for gamers. We all win. But honestly, there's not much more I can say. Like I said, the gaming experience will speak for itself. I have been playing the Series X for the last few days. I've been blown away, and I'm sure I'll be blown away by the PlayStation 5 as well. If you want to see some gameplay, I'll be streaming Spider-Man Miles Morales over the next few days. Stick around on the channel, and I appreciate your support if you choose to do that. Also, I will be doing a slight comparison between the best features and the worst features of these two in a few weeks to a month. I just want to use them and get a bunch of good thoughts and honest thoughts about what it's like to live with these consoles. A lot of reviewers and stuff, I'm not going to name any names, used them for like maybe a few days and then acted like they know how the consoles work. I want to spend my time and really get the goods and the bads of both of these consoles and compare them. So if you're on the fence about it, you can decide which one you want to get. Stay tuned for that as well, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I appreciate you guys so much for watching this. Thank you so much to my Patreons, you make this possible, and if you want to get involved and make it available to me, all these amazing things in the future, so I can keep making content for you guys and keep reviewing things so you don't have to wonder what it's like to live with it before you buy it. I can tell you, and hopefully make that right decision. Please help me out by becoming a patron if that's something you want to do. I do appreciate the support so much, you have no idea. For those of you who are new here, please consider sticking around. I stream 2 times a week and post the occasional video, especially when a bunch of stuff drops in 1 month. My god, it has been a crazy month, but yeah. I'm gonna relax and play some games. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Jesse. But anyway, I gotta go drop the kids off at school, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye everyone. Look at the absolute size of this lad. It's bigger than my head. Seriously.